Hey Matt, thanks for coming over and talking to me.
Of course, Dave.
I guess just start with telling me why you're here tonight.
You know, to be honest, my wife brought it up. Stacy Lorick had sent out a link to share about this Unity Walk, and I wasn't for sure if I wanted to come, to be honest with you, because I was kind of struggling to know what's the purpose, and are we really going to make a difference, right, by just walking? But then the more I thought about it, and I watched your video actually about the significance of prayer and coming together and this being kind of a unity prayer walk, I said, we need to be a part of this. And it's really important for, I think, our community to come together, understand social injustice topics, and stand up, right, and not be silent.
You've got young daughters. Have you guys had discussions?
We've had a lot of discussions.
Since George Floyd was killed, and
specifically since George Floyd was killed. To be honest with you, Dave, myself, my daughters, my wife, we all have struggled the last couple of days. We've been upset, we've cried, we've thought, that could have been any one of us, right, under the knee of that officer. And not only are we frustrated and upset, but hopefully out of that anger, which we all have discussed, is we can no longer be silent. We have to help work to educate our family members, our friends, on why this has to stop. This killing, this hatred towards African American people by police and systematic racism has to stop, and we're going to be part of the solution. Because I told my daughters and my wife, if we're not part of the solution, we're part of the problem.
And I should mention that you're in an interracial marriage.
Yes.
So tell me the subtleties or the dramatic parts of that in the last week, and how that enters into the family discussions.
Well, obviously from the day I started dating my wife, we started having these conversations, but it definitely has come up more because, right, we come from different backgrounds, my wife and I, and different family members. Most of her family are all white. Most of my side of the family are all black. And understanding, how we're viewed and looked at, and the differences between us is really been tough. There's some people that are still having a hard time understanding, why isn't all lives matter? Why is it about Black Lives Matter? And we're no longer going to just stay silent. We're going to start having those conversations. And if people agree with us, that's fine, but it has to start now.
So, do you mind talking about your personal experiences with racism and perhaps encounters with the police officers?
I'll be honest, I haven't had a lot of negative interaction with police officers. There's been times where I've been pulled over just to be kind of inspected, being in maybe the wrong place, the wrong time. But I've never been abused or never harassed by police. I actually have I have a couple of really good friends that are white police officers. And I've had conversations with them to say, this is where I'm coming from. What should I know about police officers? How can we stop the corrupt police officers? And how can my voice be heard?
Would you like to say anything else to sum up?
I just pray, and I'm very thankful for peaceful protests and opportunities to come together and pray for our community. I'm very thankful for events like this, and I just hope that we can continue to have the conversation and truly strive to end systematic racism and police brutality against people of color.
Okay, thank you, Matt.
All right, thank you, Dave.
Good to see you.
You too, brother.